Welcome to all the classic car enthusiasts, whether it be Jaguars or Minis. Just to let you know what's been going on, I got back on Saturday, and unfortunately what happened was I left the cables for my Mac, MacBook, and I left all the cables in our other luggage up in Vienna, and I wasn't going to drive 300 odd k's there and back just to pick up the cables. So unfortunately what's happened is the battery died in the little MacBook, and obviously all my emails, YouTube, everything. I can watch YouTube on another video, which on another computer, which is quite slow, but I can't get into it, and that's the reason I've not put anything up. I put the other ones up from the trip, which don't seem to be going down that well, so I won't put any more up unless I'm asked to. Just a couple of quick things I just wanted to say while I've been watching and while I've been away, or what I could watch, because unfortunately the internet on the ship was terrible. And the problem with these ships is they don't tell you a lot of the stuff. You know, you've really got to ask. If you ask, they'll let you know what's going on, but they won't give you the information. As it turned out, we had free internet, but we could have had Premier internet for a little bit more, and it would have been no problem. But you know, there you go. So a couple of quick things before I show you what I've been up to and what Amir's finished on the E-Type for Nigel. The first thing is the Bingley Hall meet. I was watching all you guys together. I really wish I could have been there and joined in with you guys, because it was nice to see the whole kind of not whole, but a lot of the mini community together, especially the guys that are watching each other's or subscribe to each other's. It was really good. I would have loved to have been there, but to be honest, if it had been a choice between going out to Asia in the sun, 31 degrees, and Bingley Hall in the cold, I think I put a plum for Asia. But anyway, maybe next year or some other mini meet we can get together. The problem is, for people like me, it's so far away, and to bring the car, it's a real issue, because it's you know, 3,000 k's, 4,000 k's by the time you get finished. Anyway, I'm really glad you all got together. It looks like you had a great time. On that note, on the 13th, we have one of the guys from the mini group, or the mini community, that's coming here for a week. He comes on the 13th, and I think he leaves on the 20th. Hopefully he's not told anybody, so it's a mystery guest, and he'll be here on the night of the 13th. He gets into Vienna, and so on the 14th we'll do the first video together, so hopefully you'll get a surprise at the mystery guest. I'll give you a clue. He was at Bingley, the person, and there was quite a lot of you there, so it could be any one of you, and hopefully you've not talked to each other, so it will be a mystery. Anyway, the last one before I start showing you this stuff is, I was watching Pete, Mini Mad Vlogger, about his car Ruby, and it's really sad to see that. To be honest with you, Pete, if I had the space and the time, I'd take it in a shot and do it for you for free. But unfortunately it's so far away, I just, you know, I mean, I know even Piper Doug, who's as mad as a fruitcake, top guy, really funny, but he's as mad as a hatter for sure. He said the same thing, and even Mini Matt TV said, why don't they all get together? But I do understand, you know, you get to a point where if you can't do the work, and then you've got to accommodate people, that takes time, and I do understand it. Logistically it would be a nightmare, but I'm really sorry, and I hope that you get something sorted out soon. So just keep the faith, Pete, you know. I really enjoy your vlogs. I think you and Doug would get on very well. You have them wild eyes. Okay, so yeah, so I've gone over the posting. The last thing is thank you very much. While I was away, I went up to 2,000. I think I've got 2015 or 20 now, which is really great. It's been a few years in coming, and I'm really not interested, to be honest, in the amount of figures I get, because I don't monetize them. There's no point. And it was never for that reason anyway, but I really thank you for getting us up to that point, and people still watching in. Obviously these videos from the trip have not been, you know, I've not had very many hits on it, so I won't put any more up unless I'm asked to. So yeah, so Nigel, I know you're coming over on the 23rd, but I just wanted to show you what I'm up to. I sent you a message last night, and you sent me an email, but obviously I can't get my email till tonight. Hopefully this video will go up tonight when my wife gets here from Vienna with all the cables, so I can get it all charged up and keep going. Anyway, I'm just going to show you what we've been up to. So yeah, as you can see, this is the E-Type here, my E-Type, and the problem is this this part you can see at the back there, you see where the oval on the top and the netting on it, that's obviously a rock catcher for the radiator. Unfortunately that part didn't come on Nigel's bonnet, and so what happened was so I'll take you up here. There's the minish, it's all been cleaned up. I'm trying to get a test on this now, hopefully when my wife gets here, because I need her to speak to him in German, and I'll get the test done so I can get it on the road. Anyway, yeah, so just to let you know what's going on. So to let you have a look at the car, okay, so this is where we are with it at the moment. Still a lot of leading work to do, but as you can see, all the panels are in, everything's looking good. It's all done there. All these are done. The boots on. This has all got to be cleaned up. But everything's fixed on the back, underneath, and on the front. You can see the doors are on. All this is lead loaded back in. This is lead loaded back in here. There's still some work to do. The doors have to be fixed up. They're not quite straight enough yet. You can see there's a little bit of a gap, but we will get that fixed up. It's just a matter of manipulating them a bit. But that's all done. So pretty much the tub is there. There's only a few bits to put onto it, but as you can see inside, it's all done all the way around. And obviously, if I turn it over, yeah, maybe I can turn it over a little bit. You can see all the insides all finished. And it's looking great. We'll go around and cork everything. Same on both sides, obviously. All the boot is on now, or the boot floor is on. And if I pull it over a little bit, can I? Ah, that's in. Is it? No. If I tick it up a little bit. Oh no, the door's going to come open. You can see that all this is finished. I will turn it over, but I haven't got time to do it just now. I'll do a couple more videos in the. You can see it's all leaded in, and there's obviously here is a line. It's welded all the way along, and then lead loaded, and you can't see anything. So to let you know what's going on now is I'm trying to get the bonnet sorted out, and what I've done is because of that piece I told you about on my car, this piece is missing. There's like a frame that goes in here with a grill in it to stop the rocks going and hitting the radiator, and that wasn't there, so I had to make this piece up so I can work with it. What I need to do is, I don't know the actual height between there and here and there and here, so what I've done is I've just loosened them off at the moment so I can actually move this up and down. This one's quite strong, but I can move this up and down because obviously this angle on top is extremely important, so is this one. I put the side pieces on, and you can see they're screwed into place. There's a lot of self-tappers. To give you an idea how many there is, this is the box of just for the bonnet. I'll give you an idea just how many is in here. So you can see this is just the bonnet. So you've got all those self-tappers go in, all those nuts, all those washers, sets of washers, all these spring washers, all these bolts, all of them. And then all these are the long washers. And what we'll do is we'll spray them, we'll prime them one side, turn them over on a piece of cardboard, prime the other, because they rust really quickly, these oval spacers. So yeah, so as you can see, that box isn't finished yet. I welded it all, we've cleaned them out, we sandblasted them inside, we repainted them, I put them back on. Basically this one is complete here, and you can now see it's nice and straight, but this piece isn't on, so I'm going to actually repair this later on, but I need to see where the scoop comes to. The problem now is there's a little bit of a situation with trying to trace out where the bonnet was and the position it's in, because what happens with these bonnets on these E-types is they are masticed to here. So I'll show you, give you an idea. So you can see that one would go there like that. I didn't mark it, but obviously we need to clean this down now, all the rust, and this is mastic to this. There's no welding. Unfortunately somebody had welded it. Anyway, hopefully this video will go up tonight. I can show you a few others here. You see somebody had welded that bit on there, which is not correct. Anyway, the video's going to go, so catch you later in a few days. Bye for now, take care.